Hello everyone, you're welcome to Learn Maths with me. In this channel, I'll be taking you through in-depth tutorials covering a wide range of topics from basic arithmetic to advanced maths. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Also drop any questions for me in the comments. Today we want to take a look at standard form, and by the end of today's lesson, you'll be able to express ordinary numbers in the standard form, and you would also be able to rewrite numbers in standard form as ordinary numbers. Standard form is very useful for writing numbers that are very large and numbers that are very small in a more convenient way. For example, if you have 250 billion, instead of writing the number with all the zeros, you just simply rewrite it as standard form. And if you have a very small number, 0.00000000566, for example, you can also rewrite it as a standard form. Now there's a particular pattern. A number written in standard form must always be exactly in this form, in the form of a multiplied by 10 raised to the power of n. So where our a is a number that has to be between 1 and 10, and n is the number of places that the decimal point is moved. So in this example, 250 billion. For any number written, the decimal point is always at the end of the last digit. So 250 billion, the decimal point is after all the zeros. So we move the decimal point until we arrive at a number that is between 1 and 10. In this case, we are moving the decimal point 11 times. So the decimal point stays between 2 and 5 because that gives us a number that is less than 10, greater than 1 and less than 10. So for us to get the decimal point to in between 2 and 5, we have to move it 11 places. This written in the standard form will be 2.5 times 10 raised to the power of 11. For the second example, here we can clearly see where the decimal point is. In this case, we are moving the decimal point to after the first digit, which is 5. When we move the decimal point to after 5, it will give us 5.66. So let us count. How many times are we moving it? 9. So we will have 5.66 times 10 raised to power minus 9. It's minus 9 because the number is a small number. It's a number that is less than 1. Here are the rules. The front number must always be between 1 and 10, and the n, which is the power of 10, is how far the decimal point moves. So n is positive for big numbers and it is negative for small numbers. So if you have any number that is very large, then your n, which is the power that we're raising to, is positive. But if you have any number that is very small, then your n, which is the power, is negative. A, the first number, must always be between 1 and 10. So you need to remember these rules if you want to express numbers in the standard form. Let's have this example. Express 28,600 in its standard form. So we move the decimal point from the end of the last number, which is where the decimal point is, till we arrive at a number that is between 1 and 10. In this case, 28,600. To get the number that is between 1 and 10 is 2.86. So now let us move this decimal point from where it is to 2.86. So that will give us 4. We will need to move the decimal point 4 places from 28,600 to 2.86. That means that it will be 2.86 times 10 raised to the power of 4. We moved the decimal point 4 places to give 2.86, which is a number that is between 1 and 10. So our n will be equals to 4. N is going to be positive because this is a big number. Now let's take another example. 0.0000234. Let us express it in standard form. Now we can clearly see where the decimal point is. So we have to move it to a number that is between 1 and 10. So that is, we'll move the decimal point to immediately after the first digit, which is 2. To arrive at 2, we have to move this decimal point 5 places. So our n will be 5. In this case, it is going to be negative because we're dealing with a small number. It is 2.34 times 10 raised to power negative 5. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Now we have questions that we want to practice. Express the following as ordinary numbers. So these numbers are already in their standard form and we need to express them as ordinary numbers, and then express the following in the standard form. Do you want to go ahead and try this? Feel free to pause the video. Here are the answers. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave it for me in the comments. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.